heard that the fans in Dallas have gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Oh, that's awesome.
And a major shout out to your biggest fan in Dallas, Tyler Bennett, who alerted me to the announcement.
Well, thanks for telling me that. I mean, we really do have credible fans. It's been, like, one of the things that makes it so fun. You know, I mean, it's fun to get up on stage and perform, but having people all over the world that, like, really care and, like, dig it, and, you know, it's just music. We're not changing the world, but it feels really good. It feels like we're doing something that means something to people, and, man, it just makes it mean that much more to you, you know?
Well, now, the last time we saw Evanescence in DFW was for Edgefest in 2012. I interviewed you backstage in a bunny suit.
Yeah, I remember.
It seems like after that show, you all kind of just went quietly away. Talk a little bit about what you've been through these past few years.
Oh, Lord, it's flown by. Well, the biggest thing going on in my life, to be totally honest at the moment, is my son, which I had in the meantime, is turning 1 tomorrow.
Oh, my gosh. Baby Jack, he is the cutest thing I have ever. I just want to eat him up.
Lord, he is so cute. Okay, but he has 4 little teeth now, and they are razor sharp. And every time I pick him up, he gives me this big hug and just chomps on my shoulder. It hurts so bad. He's awesome. He's doing really well. He's just starting to walk and say all kinds of crazy words. I don't know what language. But he's very cute, and we're really excited about him. That's just been a really neat experience. It's something that I can't really describe. It's just a really amazing experience, the whole thing, from day one. Just a lot of love, a lot of new inspiration and feelings, you know. There's a whole transformation that takes place. It's like your mind and your body and your heart, everything just feels like, whoa, like I didn't know I was capable of all this stuff, you know. I didn't know I was capable of feeling some of these feelings. I know my body was capable of doing some of these things. And now it's cool because I guess I thought to some degree, like, okay, one day I'm going to grow up and have kids and stop all this crazy rock and roll business, and I'm going to want to just focus on being a mom. And I do. I want to be a mom. Like, I want to be great at that. I want to be the best I can possibly be. But I feel invigorated and inspired and empowered and excited about life. Like, I don't want to retire. Like, I guess maybe as a kid I thought that's how I would feel. I feel really cool. It's funny because I'm doing more, like, in a day than I have done in a long time. Like, every day is like, boom, you're up, you're going, first thing, you know? And I'm taking care of him, but it's also, like, in the gym. I've lost, like, 21 pounds since January. It's really, really hard.
Do you feel like a superwoman? Because my best friend had a baby, and once it sunk in and once she found her groove, I'm like, who are you? And can I have some of this energy?
I'm knocking it out. It's like I've had 5 Red Bulls and I'm ready to go. Yeah, you definitely feel like you're operating like at the highest capacity a lot of the time, which is actually makes you feel really good. Like, I don't know. Sometimes when I'm not doing anything, I'm not being productive, I start to feel depressed. Like, man, I need to work. I don't want to work. I just like feel like lame. But now, you know, it's him, working for him, and that's a motivator, and it helps you want to be awesome for the person that you love so much. And then working on myself and getting excited and geared up for the end of the year and these shows, and knowing that we have, you know, these fans that care and are excited about it, it's awesome. Like, I want to be a mom and a rock star and all of those things all at once. It's incredible. If you can, absolutely.
I'm glad that you brought that up because it's kind of been interesting prepping this interview at this juncture of your life and your career because it kind of mirrors that of your dad in a small way, doesn't it? Wasn't he in a band when you were born?
Yeah. Yes, my dad, you know, ran away to California with my mom to, like, be a rock star and get a record deal. And my dad's a great musician. He plays a lot of instruments with a beautiful voice. But, you know, doing the whole L.A., you know, playing gigs in bars, staying in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. And when he found out my mom was pregnant with me, and I guess when I was just born and stuff, he was like, man, this is not the life that I want for my kids. We're going to go back to Florida. I'm going to get the radio station job and, like, do that. He, you know, made a wonderful career out of radio and voice work.
Has he offered you any words of wisdom, any guidance on how to help you kind of navigate this new path you're on?
Ooh, I need to talk to him more. He just called me right before I called you. I should ask him that question. I mean, he'd say, hey, I got the best of both worlds because I didn't have to really do it. I just came home and I had my family, and then you grew up to be a rock star, so I can just live vicariously through you.
Back in April, you guys announced that you'd be performing for the first time in 3 years at Ozfest in Japan. Was there a catalyst for that particular decision?
You know, every once in a while we'll get an offer to do something really cool. Not super often. This is a special thing. But I was just at the point, like, when I heard about it, where I was like, November? Like, I think I'll be back by then. Like, I feel like I can get my body back, and, like, he'll be, like, 17 months old or something. And, gosh, if I really want to do this, like, I'm feeling like in my head and, like, be everything I want. And I don't know, like, I've got to just do it. Take him with me and just start now, not wait, you know. And it's just a cool thing to have somebody go, hey, come to Japan, you know, and rock out. I mean, it's more complicated than that, but then again, it's not. Like, we'll do all the work. That'll all get itself taken care of. It's just some stuff. But, like, we get to go to Japan, like, and I mean, just in general, like, just the opportunity to go to Japan. Like, so many people, it's like, it's a lot of money, and it's a big, like, why would you go? Where would you go? I don't even know. Like, we get to go do that. I don't want that for him. So we're taking the family. I'm going to have my baby on, like, a really, really, really long flight, and I apologize in advance to everyone on the plane. I am going to do everything I can to try to get him to shut up and go to sleep, but I can't. No guarantees.
The shows, now, this week you announced the shows, the 3 stateside shows. I think you're kicking it off in Nashville, and then you're coming to Dallas, and then Los Angeles. And by the way, on behalf of all the Dallas fans, thank you. Was there a particular reason why we got so lucky?
Yeah, I wanted to head that direction because it's a shorter flight. Again, about, like, the baby on flight.
Baby high five for Jack. Awesome.
It's like, I mean, we could have done New York, but I was like, yeah, we need to go the other way. We just make it 11 as opposed to a 14-hour flight. I tried to book Hawaii in between. I mean, how cool would that be? But that's really hard. So, yeah, like, we rehearsed in Nashville. That's sort of like a hub for our band. We live all over the country, and that's sort of like our central location that we have been rehearsing for the past while. So we'll get together there and practice, and it makes sense to have the show right there. And Nashville's great for gear and stuff, so anything we need, anything that goes wrong, like, we'll be covered.
And is it the same lineup, you, Terry, Tim, Will, and Troy?
Yep, it's going to be rad. The guys are really excited. Just talking to them a lot this week. We're just starting to put together, like, ideas about set lists and maybe who's going to open. We don't know that stuff yet.
On behalf of all the Dallas fans, hot damn, girl, that's fantastic. That's just fantastic. I'm so thrilled.
Hopefully this is the beginning of more shows to come in the future.
You just answered my question.
I bet it will. Yeah. No, I thought I might. We're looking at it now. You know, once we do, like I said, knock the dust off, like, and we're feeling like, all right, we got this, then it's a lot easier to go cool and, like, accept opportunities. I mean, summer's always a good time for festivals and stuff going on, so we'll be looking at next summer for potential ideas.
Now, the biggest question that I got from fans on Twitter when they found out that I was going to be interviewing you was the tantalizing tweet that you recently posted about going through old files, old recordings, new dreams, and I think you're starting the fire again. What is the potential for a new Evanescence album?
Actually, I haven't been working on new material for Evanescence. I've been working on new material on my own. So right now, I just went through, like, a whole studio upgrade. I have a studio in my house where I did, like, that Aftermath record I did last year that was, like, a score music, and I do little things there. But now that I'm gearing up again, I've wanted for a long time to flex some different muscles and make music that's, I don't know, a little just, I always want to make music that's completely true to myself, and I love Evanescence. I'm stoked to go back on tour and play music with Evanescence. But honestly, a lot of the music I listen to these days is very different from that. And that's eclectic. There's a big mix. It's just time for me to do something else a little bit. So actually, like, the first thing is I have been, just for fun, going up there and playing with weird cover songs.
What are you covering?
And I'm not going to tell you yet.
Tease.
I'm going to record them, I'm going to finish them out, and then I'm going to release them online coming up pretty soon, just, like, kind of one at a time.
I love the work that you did on War Story. I think one of the songs from Aftermath just got an Independent Spirit Award. But could you talk a little bit about the other project that you've been working on called Indigo Grey? That looks really amazing.
Yeah, I hope it is. I think it really is. Those guys are so talented. They're here in New York. These guys that came out of, like, river dance, but, like, grew up and wanted to do something creative and unique and edgy and different. So it's like Irish step mixed with, like, hip hop, and they do a lot of stuff with cool live music. It's kind of hard to explain because they're just artists, just kind of all over the place. They wear like gas masks and do their dances. It's really cool. So they're putting together they did a Kickstarter and they're putting together like a live experience thing that I'm still trying to understand completely, like with drones, and it's interactive somehow, like the audience takes part in what happens. It sounds crazy and awesome. I don't know exactly when that is going to be, but also in the meantime, kind of to lead up to it, they're doing like these little short films, and the first one that they've done is really cool. I've seen it, and we sort of scored it, Dave Egger and I, who I did the Aftermath thing with. He's the one who brought them to my attention. So we did the music, a whole bunch of it, and then there's actually a cool song like by me that I did in my studio upstairs with Dave on there. It's not like a song with a bunch of vocals. It's definitely more like rhythm and music, but that's me making that music, so that should be cool for the fans to hear.
Yeah, the video and the whole Kickstarter thing was really amazing, so I really wanted to make it a point to ask about that, and I can't wait to see how that progresses. The last time they updated it was like June 16th, so I keep waiting for more updates.
I know, I'm not, we're just now, like, this week, they're like, okay, we need to talk about, like, which day we're going to release it, what we're going to do, so I'm keeping on top of it, but I'm not really sure.
Amy, thank you so much for taking the time to call in. I know the pre-sale for the Evanescence show started yesterday. The general public on sale is going to be on Saturday. I predict an immediate sellout. Happy early birthday to Jack, and congratulations to you and your family.
We're just so grateful for that. Thank you.
See you November 15th.
All right, we'll see you soon. It's going to rock.